Blessings, rock and metal guardians. I hope you're doing well wherever you may find yourselves. I'm Dane, host of the channel, and today's video is a new type of video of sorts. It is still a review, but it is in the vein of, is it really that bad? Specifically, today's band is Journey, and the album in question is Trial by Fire 1996. For the most part, this album saw the return of the classic lineup. You have Steve Perry, of course, on vocals, Schon on guitar as always, Ross Valory on bass, and Steve Smith on drums return to the fold, and Jonathan Cain on piano and assorted keys. Only thing missing, of course, is Greg Raleigh. But let's jump right in. This will be a track-by-track analysis. The first song is Message of Love. This is a powerful ballad, great lyrics. The song so resonates with me. It never gets old. I get goosebumps every time I hear it. At the 3-minute and 14-second mark, you get what I call the quintessential Journey vibe or tone when it comes to Cain's playing. And what he does here parallels similarly to the intro and outro on Separate Ways. Separate Ways. It's wonderful. It's a nice touch. And the last minute or so of the song is, like we see before on previous songs and previous albums, Schon giving us an amazing treat with an amazing kick-ass guitar solo. And it's a wonder because if we go all the way back to Escape with Who's Crying Now, which is essentially a ballad, but you get to the last minute or so, and then Schon launches into this amazing guitar solo. That's sort of heavy, but what's interesting is that normally the juxtaposition of doing a ballad throughout most of the song paired with a closing minute or so of blistering guitar work wouldn't fit. But somehow Journey, at least to my ears, is the only band that does this or makes this work. So amazing. Great song. I give it an 11 out of 10. The next song is One More, also a ballad for the most part. I give this an 11 out of 10 also. Here's why. The opening has essentially what sounds like the intro to an old classic movie or a movie soundtrack. You get these strings, and then Perry's voice comes in hushed tones where he's foreshadowing what comes in the chorus, right? Wicked Prophets and blah, 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 right? Very low in the mix. It's wonderful, gives you chills. This song, like the previous, gives me goosebumps again and again and again. Song never gets old for me. The lyrics, like the previous song, is also phenomenal. And the guitar here, I'm even more fond of than the previous song. And like the previous song, Message of Love, here and One More, you get the same formula where most of the song is a ballad or a slow song, and then the last minute or so, Schon is just tearing it up on guitar, and it works also. Again, I only think Journey can do this and do it well. It works. Normally, theoretically, it shouldn't, but it does. The guitar solo, like I said, is even better than the previous song, and the strings that pop up throughout the song is a nice touch as well. I do like this. And what's also cool about the song is two things. Valory's bass is dynamite. So it's up in the mix. You can really hear it even without headphones. I love that he's back in the band. And the background vocals, I think it's Cain who shouts out or sings or belts One More, is just fabulous. It's a nice touch. So this song, I give 11 out of 10 as well. The third song, When You Love a Woman, great piano intro. This is a ballad through and through. Fantastic, I think. More wonderful lyrics. 3 songs in a row that are dynamite. Fourth song, If He Should Break Your Heart. This is the lyrics and what's going on content-wise is cliched, but it's a twofer. Journey combines the cliched waiting in the wings for love song. You broke up with someone, but I'm here now. You can have me, right? But it's also, I thought I was over you. So combining the two, that's part of the lyrics. I thought I was over you. It's another fabulous song. It's emotive. It's a moving ballad. It's a love song. And you do have a few cool licks from Schon in parts throughout the song, but it doesn't have the heft that the first 2 songs do. I love the song as well. Again, If He Should Break Your Heart. Number 5, Forever in Blue. Now you have a bit of a falling off because the first 4 songs, those first 2 songs are just dynamite, and then the next 2 songs are close to as good as those first two songs, if that makes sense. This song is a little bit of falling off, but I do like this song. Forever in Blue, as I said, not as good as the previous four songs. I give this an 8 out of 10. You have a great catchy chorus, though, and you have more great guitar from Schon. It's subtle, like the previous song, but I do like it. Next is Castles Burning. This is a more up-tempo song, finally, on the album. You have a nice bluesy, quasi-heavy guitar playing from Schon. Halfway point, you get this newsreel voice in the background that fits well with the song that pops up again later. And overall, you have some nice blistering guitar last third or last fourth of the song. See a theme here, right? So this is a nice up-tempo song. I give this an 8 out of 10 as well. Now the next song, Don't Be Down on Me Baby, is a clear total ballad. Perry's voice is fabulous as always, more strings. Cool licks from Schon at times, but I give this only a 7 out of 10. It's a good song, it's not great. Next, number 8, Still She Cries. I give this a 10 out of 10. The intro is fabulous, it captivates you, hooks you right in. Some moving words from Perry. Tears that she kept from me, somewhere those broken dreams, where love used to be. And then later on, in time we are forgiven, in time we will forget. And then later on, soon after that, I hear a voice in the night, and then we were good, good, good. It's just fabulous. I'm getting goosebumps. This is a 10 out of 10 song for me. There's great piano from Cain. It's so moving. This is one of my favorite Journey songs of all time. Again, the piano is just amazing. I love it. Next is Colors of the Spirit. The intro, you get jungle and tribal sounds, and Perry in the background singing we are, something like that. And then you get the zither or pan flute comes in. The lyrics are great. The chorus is great. It's a very moving song. I give this a 10 out of 10. This is a fabulous song, no doubt about it in my estimation. Number 10. When I Think of You. This is a nice ballad, more strings, great vocals. It's a good ballad, but it's not great. It doesn't have the resonance that previous songs I mentioned that are ballads has. But it's a 7 out of 10, so it's a solid song, but it's not fantastic. Next is Easy to Fall. Wow, 10 out of 10 for me here. Great lyrics. Opening or near opening, the lyrics go, you say you believe in love, and still you run. So this happens to us from time to time. We get involved with someone. They say they love us, but they run away anyway because they can't handle the emotions that goes with that. So this is, some of us can relate to this. I know I can. And then later on, or nearly after that, he says, you only believe in God when you become undone. I'm like, wow, yeah, those of us who only pray when we need something, right? So he's dealing with that theme as well. Great chorus. The song gives me goosebumps every time. The strings are fabulous, and you have a great solo, bluesy, heavy from Schon, and like some of the songs I mentioned already, it still works. This is an amazing song, if you ask me. Number 12, Can't Tame the Lion. I like the guitar intro here. This is my second least favorite song on the album. It's not a very good song. I think it's filler. So that's number 12. Number 13. This song is amazing. It's Just the Rain. 10 out of 10 for me. Another ballad. Great lyrics. Another goosebump song for me. The lyrics go, deep in your arms you lie. Touch me crazy. How your kiss betrays me. It's not the love. It's just the rain. And then later on, or right after that, 2 broken hearts, but not enough. So being in a relationship for the wrong reason. There's a song called There's a movie called Random Hearts with Harrison Ford, and I can't remember the woman, and they both lose their significant other, and then they fall in love, but it's for the wrong reason, kind of like that. So the song makes me, and of course there's the sampled thunderstorm in the background, which really helps the song along. I love this song. It's a 10 out of 10. Next is Trial by Fire, the title track. This for me is also a 10 out of 10. This is a captivating song. I get goosebumps every time I hear it. I love when Perry belts, "Hello, Mr. Moon." Just great. And then he goes from there speaking to the moon. And Sean's playing here is very soothing. It's great. It's not that heavy. It's that soft texture because it's a slow song, but it's just wonderful. It's so emotive, and it gets me every time. I love it. All right. 15, my least favorite song on the album, Baby I'm Leaving You. I don't like the song at all. I hate reggae, and I'll leave it at that. Now, if you have the bonus Japanese version, there's an extra track. So 16 songs in all, 15 if you don't have the Japanese version. I Can See It in Your Eyes. This is a nice up-tempo song. Only one really on the album. It's not a great song, but it is good. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Perry and the band having some fun, rocking out a bit. So, all right. So, of the 16 songs, I like 14 of them. Two of them, one of them I don't like at all, and then one of them, it's okay. It's not great. I barely like it, if that makes sense. So, of these 16 songs, I like 14 of them. 10 of them are 10 of them are as follows. The first two are 11 out of 10. 2 of them are 9s out of 10. 1 is an 8 out of 10, and 5 of them are 10 out of 10. So overall, 7 of them are 10 out of 10s. 2 are 9 out of 10s. 1 is an 8 out of 10, and 2 are 11 out of 10. So I think the first two songs, which are, once again, Message of Love, One More, and the song Still She Cries and Easy to Fall, can compete and be labeled as great as some of their greatest hits, such as Who's Crying Now, you name it. Like the first 3 songs on Escape, plus Any Way You Want It, Faithfully, Separate Ways. That's how good I think those 4 songs are. All right. Overall, this is a quiet record because it's mostly ballads, love songs. But most of them are just so dynamite, as I said. There are only 2 fillers here, I think. Hardly any fillers, so that's great. One way to think of this record think of it as a Steve Perry solo record with Journey as his backup band. That may be insulting to the rest of the band. Or think of it as a Steve Perry, Neil Schon solo record, and then the other guys, or I know that's still kind of insulting, but that's one way to think of it. Perry's essentially leading the band here, I think. This album, for me personally, is leaps and bounds better than Raised on Radio. Not a big fan of Raised on Radio. The 4 hits on that album are Girl Can't Help It, Suzanne, Be Good to Yourself, I'll Be Alright Without You. The only song, those 4 songs are okay, but of those 4, Girl Can't Help It is the best. Suzanne, I don't listen to. Be Good to Yourself, I really don't care for, and I'll Be Alright Without You is just okay. Steve Perry steals the show on this album. Neil will be a close second because all that good guitar work, right? I think this album is better than Steve Perry's solo albums, if you ask me. For me, this is a true comeback album. I rate this as great. Now, if you go on Wikipedia and you look at like AllMusic and Rolling Stone, this gets like 2 stars or 1.5. I'm giving this a great, so for me that's a 9 out of 10 or 4.5 out of 5, right? Now, quick anecdote here. I first heard this album when it first came out. I was working at the Music Land, a huge store in Cortana Mall in Baton Rouge, because I was going to school there in the 90s. And, I mean, this was a huge store. And this comes out. We put it on the day it comes out. And I look at my coworker and friend Mike, and we made eye contact, and we were like 3 songs in, we were like, wow. And even our assistant manager, Matt, was like, this is pretty damn good. So, and a lot of people, fans and critics alike, have poo-pooed on this album. I think it's wonderful. I think it's great, as I said. I think it's better than the 2 Algeri albums. I think it's better as much as I like Arnell's voice. I think this album is better than anything Arnell has done with the band. And as far as the whole discography goes of Journey, this is in my top 6 or top 7. I think it competes well with Frontiers, Escape. The first album is Dynamite, the debut, and Departure, and Infinity, and Evolution. So it's in there somewhere. I'd have to think. It's probably 6 or 7. Might even be 5. So that's how much I like this album. I think this is a fantastic album. I said it's a great album. So, but again, we hear things differently, right? So tell me what you think in the comments. Do you like this album? Do you think it's mediocre? Do you think it's bad? That sort of thing. Too many ballads. Yeah, it's got lots of ballads on it, but I think they're all, well, I think most of them are dynamite. It's a ballad-heavy album. Anyway, tell me what you think. Thanks for watching so much. Take care now. Bye.